Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Tides of Death. So, we're on rooftops. There's one skeleton dangling at Sail's waist on the same rooftop that Neal stands. We need to deal with that before we go forward with anything else. Because then once we're done with that, we can sort of maybe step out of combat rounds and make grander plans and do some, we don't have to micromanage our entire way over there. But until we get there, Sail and Neal, there's a skeleton hanging from Sail's belt. What are you guys going to do?
I'm going to smack it with a shingle.
I'm basically going to try and, grapple or punch it and throw it off the roof, off of me.
Excellent. Can I get just the two of you roll into initiative versus the skeleton that's dangling from your waist? 7, 9, and Sail.
I rolled a 7 just there. I didn't have my token selected.
So you did. Huzzah. All right, you and the skeleton go at the same time. He lets go with one hand, the hand that's on your pant leg, and attempts to rend your flesh with a 13. 13 is going to be off by 1. It's no good. Yeah. MrMouton is definitely going to smack it with a shingle, and it will... It's fine. It has 1 HP. That's all we needed. You bash it over the head with a shingle thrown as Sail tries to flail about, and the skeleton breaks and crumbles and dies and falls to the ground.
Thanks, Neal. I appreciate that.
I give you a solemn nod.
Okay. So it's
you
clear.
Think you can make that jump? Sorry,
No, go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna ask him if thinks he can make that jump.
No.
So it's clear to you guys that your actions are drawing skeletons sort of closer to you, and that they're fast. They might take a moment to realize what's happening, to be drawn to something, but when they move at movement speed 14, and you guys move at movement speed 12. So they're a little bit faster than you, frustratingly enough.
If I throw a shingle at a house, does that draw the nearby skeletons to the noise, or do they seem aware of the difference between our noise and other noise?
They do get drawn to the noise. Yes, absolutely. You chuck a shingle to whoops, that's not the right button. Yeah, you chuck a shingle over here or something, somewhere easy to hit. Back behind this skeleton, and that skeleton immediately turns around and just starts wandering off in that direction for a moment, and then comes to this spot and looks about and then just sort of stops.
Nice. Guys, use the tiles to make distractions. They'll follow the noise.
Yeah, I'll pick up a tile and I'll toss it over here.
Yeah. Excellent. You guys can start chucking tiles away from you, and sure enough, as they shatter against buildings and against rocks, the skeletons turn their heads and then the bodies.
Actually, before I do that, these guys are right here. Can I just chuck tiles and kill these 3?
Yeah, you can just drop them down. I think there's enough tiles there that we can just dispatch these guys.
I'll drop and just murder these 3. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Dead.
But for further ones, I'll do that.
Yeah. Okay.
Big for us, Nick.
Yeah. So we can do that basically.
And we'll kill this one as well. I assume Archie will.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can just drop some stuff on him. That skeleton dies as well. One by one, they fade from the area.
For the scrambling down and up the roof, how far away does the skeleton have to be for me to get that without rolling initiative?
Right. So, for example, this 10-foot gap right in front of you guys, not that big of a deal. You could do that in under a minute, easy peasy, probably 30 seconds to go down and over. So you'd need a skeleton to be within 100 feet. So you can sort of gauge a good distance around you, as long as there's not one hidden behind a wall that you can't quite see. Right, so you can wait until all the obvious ones are gone, and then I'll just roll some fun dice on the side to see if there was a hidden one nearby.
Okay. I'll throw some away, so if they're far enough gone, and then Neal is going to climb down and scramble on up this one.
Yeah. Let's roll some fun dice.
I don't like these fun dice.
Well, we're using the metal one now. More fun.
I don't believe in metal.
Made a solid brass.
to avoid there being too many people in this one house now.
Can I have a shingle ready in my hand to help?
Totally. You can walk around with shingles in your hands, or pick them up as you get from one rooftop to the other.
Like I'm readying an attack to cover Nilrum.
Totally. Yeah. So that way, if Nilrum drops down and one does peer around the corner, you'll have an attack readied.
Yeah.
Yep, Nilrum will jump down and get ready to scramble up whenever you're ready.
The real treasure was the friends they made along the way. Clear to me now. You guys can take this route and do your distractions and scrambling and ready attacks and easily make your way through the town from rooftop to rooftop. And we can sort of just bypass this screen here, because I didn't think you guys have this tactic under control now, and you've got patience on your side and whatnot.
For how many skeletons come and we kill for XP reasons or no?
So if they don't ever actually pose a threat to you, then you don't get XP for killing them. So we'll just ignore them all. Those ones that you dropped on and auto killed, we're not counting for XP. Only the ones that might have actually been threatening to you.
To be fair, if we didn't drop it on those 3, we couldn't have scrambled down. I would argue that these 3 probably needed to die.
Hang on,
XP.
Neal.
Yeah.
I don't know about
We don't need to
Let's
spend
say-
15 minutes talking about 60 experience points.
Okay,
But we do.
Point though. If I'm a wizard and I get attacked by 5 orcs and I cast fly and then kill them all with magic missile from the air where they can't hit me, I still get XP for that.
If you are a wizard who is flying over an orc encampment and then you just magic missile a couple of random orcs walking down beneath you, you don't get experience for that.
I know. They attack me on the road and I cast fly to get away from them and then kill them. That's
Okay,
more
so
like
these 3 we should get XP for because they attacked us were a threat.
All right, I'm going to tell you guys what's going on here. The DM is not counting the number of skeletons. I was just going to give you a bunch of XP for skeletons.
Okay, that's fine.
All right, it's just we can't be bothered to count every fucking skeleton. They're not worth that much experience individually.
Okay. For the record, you breed this in us, Neal. Okay. This isn't, this happens because...
Yeah.
I do
We're the
breed
monsters
them.
you created. Yeah.
That's why I love playing with you guys so much. Great. So you make your way through the town. Let's go over to the city map now, and make your way towards the keep. I'm just gonna move Nilrum to represent the party for no particular reason. As you get towards the keep, you can see that it is, as I described before, there's a 10-foot section of just stacked stones that the keep rests upon. And the only way to the main front door is up this regular staircase, maybe 3 feet wide, made of rock, and then just a normal, ordinary door, maybe slightly bigger than usual, but a regular door that's really easy to defend. Next to it is a wall going from the mountainside to the keep that blocks off that area. There is a large gate in here. It looks like the gate's large enough to pull a wagon in and go through. And the gate itself has been battered down. From your position earlier, you could see that there was another wall beyond the gate, and you probably could see that there is this other wall over here as well. So you've got many different potential entrances into the keep. What were we gonna say?
Is the keep door closed?
Yes, the keep door is closed.
What's the skeleton situation on the run up to the keep? Is it going to be a case of breaking from the roofs and sprinting and we're being chased, or are we kind of past them and we can chill?
There is a nice big gap of maybe 60 feet away from the keep, in which there are no buildings. So you would call this the open murder zone, where if someone's assaulting your keep, you wouldn't want buildings to give the enemy cover, right? So there's a nice big open area that you'd have to make a break for it. And right around the front of the keep, right around the staircase, are a lot of skeletons. And they're all facing the keep,
Yeah. This wall over here, you said the gate's been destroyed, so we could potentially run through run in there.
And there are some bodies lying around here, some skeletons lying around here as well, but not nearly as much right next to here. And the map isn't to scale. You'll see there's some markings. This wall is 400 feet long. The keep is only 150 feet long, so it's really not to scale, but you can see some measurements. The wall is 20 feet.
Can I see over the wall into the courtyard? Is there more undead in the courtyard?
No, not from your position. You could see through the door just a little bit. There's like some stables against the back side of this wall that you can see that have been sort of ruined. But that's all you can tell.
Yeah, like sleeping skeletons, not animated ones or animated?
Non-animated, yes. They could be just regular dead who aren't animated skeletons, or they could be animated skeletons waiting for stimulus.
Well, question, the ones outside the keep, did they wake up when we got close, or were they already...
No. None of them have woken up yet.
Have we been seeing them arise as we've moved through the town, or does it feel like all the skeletons in the... Okay. So
No. You'll get to and you'll see like nothing in front of you, and then you'll hop a couple of roofs, and then you'll realize, oh no, those ones have gotten up, and there's some skeletons walking around now. So you could go for the door, go for the other door,
like
climb a wall.
Here was...
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Does it look like this area was massacred as well? Are there like dead bodies like laying around, kind of how we saw in town, or does it look a bit different? Like, how does the scuffle look? I'm curious, like, what the White Prince's men did to like the keep is kind of what I'm looking for.
So the keep looks really intact. The front door looks like it has like axes still stuck in it and spears stuck in. Like, it looks like the door has been assaulted, but it doesn't look like it's been breached. All these tools are like rusted by now, and there are a bunch of skeletons around the front door of the keep. Some of them just, regular skeletons. Some of them have like little bits of, rusted metal strapped to them as if they were wearing armor once in their lifetime. But that's just around the door. So those look super sketchy. A lot of the other skeletons in this area that you've walked past haven't moved or gotten up or anything. They're probably just, perma-dead bodies.
Did it look like the keep was broken into? Like, does it look like whoever was here got in?
Not from your perspective. It's possible that they got in another door some way.
Or they could have went over or something, yeah.
Yeah, there are other entrances into the keep, but the main front door was not breached.
Interesting, okay. Sometimes the doors are the most fortified places.
I could try and pick the lock, but I think that's too risky. I think we have to try and go through the other way. There's too many at the front door, right? We can't fight that many.
Is this on a map? How many? Sorry.
It's hard to count since there's such a big jumble, but there's at least 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's too much. Okay. Yeah, sounds like going the other way would be fine.
And there's no animated skeletons currently in the dead zone?
No. There's some back behind the route that you have come, but there's none animated between you and the keep, which is, as I said, about 60 feet of clearance right now.
Do they, de-animate within vision range? Like, do they just kind of crumple back to the ground?
No, you haven't seen that yet.
Guys, why don't we sprint for the door, hopefully try and get through before any of these things wake up. Maybe we can bring something to barricade it from the other side. Then one of us holds the door, the rest of us clear out the courtyard, and then we should have a moment to breathe. See if we can find another way in.
I don't know, that feels really risky. Like, a lot could go wrong there. These skeletons have been grabbing at us, catching us. One too many skeletons grab one of us, and we're toast.
I have fog cloud. Maybe we could do something with this.
Yeah, maybe. Put a fog between here and that door. Make a run for it. I don't know if it's going to work against undead, but...
I thought we agreed the undead don't have eyes, so I don't know if blocking their vision really matters.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
I have an entangle. Maybe that could buy us some time.
I could buy us time once we get through the door. Cast the entangle at the exit at the door, so no one can follow us through.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
Deal with what's in the courtyard.
Yeah.
Hope that it's not too many.
My only other spell for the day is Fist of Stone and Enlarge.
Alternatively,
go ahead.
Well, I was going to say I could try and climb up the wall and get a look at what's in there, but I'm likely to wake up any of the skeletons between you and the door by then.
Just move silently.
Sure. Is that what triggers them? Maybe they can sense our souls.
It seems that's what's been triggering them, right?
I mean, they followed those shingles when we threw them, so maybe it is sound.
All right, hand me the rope.
I hand you my rope.
All right, I tie the rope, like I loop it over my shoulder, Neal.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to hand you 50 feet of rope. Can you put it on your character sheet?
Yeah.
Do you have to drop anything to be under encumbrance now, Nick?
How much does 50 feet of rope weigh?
8 pounds?
Yeah, I think that's right.
No, I'm fine. All right, Neal, I want to lower myself down quietly onto the ground.
Yeah. Carefully,
And then-
gingerly. You take your time.
And I will sneak, moving silently, and staying in shadows if possible, although it probably doesn't matter.
No, there's no shadows in the open courtyard. What is your move silently chance so I can roll it in secret?
65.
Okay, and you're making for the wall, not the
Yeah.
keep. Okay. So you lower yourself to the ground, and you creep across the courtyard towards that wall. The rest of the party, before we deal with Captain John Winters, what are you doing?
Letting John do his thing.
I guess it depends on how far away John is. How far away is he from where we are to the wall? Like 100 feet, or?
Let's see. The courtyard is 60 feet across, but then he has to go partially down the wall, so he has to go a couple hundred feet away that way. So the hypotenuse of 60 feet and 250 feet is, roughly like 280 feet away is the doorway.
I guess I'm mostly just keeping an eye out. I'm watching for movement, activity, so I can yell out and help.
Great. Keeping an eye out. Archie?
Yeah, just keeping an eye out, trusting John to do his thing.
Okay.
Just waiting for shit to happen.
Nilram?
Nilram is not keeping an eye out. He's hanging out.
Nice. All
Chilling.
right.
Yeah.
So Captain John Winters creeps across the courtyard real quietly, like the birds overpower the sounds of his footsteps. The, bending of branches in the wind are louder than him. He's quiet as a church mouse. And he creeps across the yard and gets all the way up to the wall without a single skeleton alerting to his presence.
All right, I'm
You
at
get-
the base of the wall. Mm-hmm. How many are directly right next to me?
None.
Okay, I climb the wall.
So you're not going to go through the door, you're going to climb up the wall.
That's what I'm going to try and do, yeah.
Okay. Give me a climb walls check with no penalty or bonus.
No vines, no wear and tear? Give me a
No,
little
this
bonus
area, the courtyard here is all nice stone, so it hasn't been overtaken by the jungle as much as the town has, which has like earth around it. And
Yeah.
wall hasn't been
Okay.
repaired recently, but it was well built to begin with, so.
All right. Easy.
Ooh, yeah. You scamper up the wall. It takes you a round or two to pull your full self all the way up and over, and you can see the courtyard beyond is sort of a ruined mess. There's definitely an area where there were stables, but they've all sort of fallen apart. You can see some like dead horse bones lying around. You can see that beyond this wall, there's another one, but this other one doesn't have a doorway in it at all. There is a doorway that goes into the keep at ground floor right here. And there is a doorway that goes into the keep from the top of the wall. The one that goes at the top of the wall has like a portcullis down in front of the door. And then there's like a wooden door behind it. The door at the middle of the keep, in the middle of the courtyard, also seems to be shut and closed. And there's like 30 skeletons piled up around it, but like laying down on the ground all over the place.
I take a look at this door with the portcullis. Is there any way I can like pick the lock to open the portcullis or?
Yeah.
All right.
The door beyond has a lock that you could easily get to. The portcullis itself doesn't have a lock on it. It's probably some sort of chain mechanism on the inside. So you'd need a bend bars, lift gates to get past the portcullis.
Is it Ben Bars? Is that a D20, that one?
It's a D100.
Just
Wait, I could be wrong. I thought Benbar was a 10. I thought it was a 20 or a 10, because if you're at 18-100 strength, don't you only get like a 7 to it?
I just test the bars to see how strong they are. Okay, never mind.
Oh no, I'm incredibly wrong. Because at 19 strength, you get 50 bend bars. You're right.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay, so there is 30 skeletons in the courtyard as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will like wave over at the group, and I give them a thumbs up, and then I'll point to the courtyard, and then I go like.
I think he wants to dance.
Archie will give a thumbs up back.
So then I give a come here, and then a shh, and then I start like unfurling the rope.
I guess we're all moving silently.
No, he's up there alone, I think, right now.
Now I am, yeah, but I think you need to go over here.
Oh, you want us to go over here?
I think so. Well,
Okay.
unless I can break in, open the main door, and you guys can sprint in through the skeletons without waking them up. But I don't think I can get through the portcullis. Like, if I had enough time and a load of butter, Neal, could I squeeze through?
No. But I like the imagery.
Okay, I mean, I guess we can come forward then, moving as silently as we can.
I think so.
And if we
Okay.
see, well,
Are you
I
want to
guess you
move
give us the
in one
wave.
big group, or do
no,
you want to
we're
go
gonna
one
move
at a time?
One at a time, I think.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let Archie go first.
Sure.
Yeah, right, Archie. Let me take a look at your character sheet right now, and we will figure out the very best that you can do for moving quietly. My God, your stats are insane.
Wait, before he does this, what's the deal with like windows and stuff? Like, do I feel like maybe I could climb the keep and get in through a window?
Yeah, the windows on what we're going to call the first floor, which is actually lifted up off the ground a little bit. So you're in luck, Nick. The windows on the first floor are like barred and practically impossible to get into. They're designed to be like an impregnable fortress. But on the second floor, they look like, they're still defensible, but they're a little bit bigger. You think you could probably squeeze between some of the things here if you could open the windows. They're probably locked in some way, shape, or form, but you've got some lock picks and you know how to do this stuff. In theory, you might be able to scale to the second or third floor, or even all the way to the rooftop and access it that way.
How dangerous would it be if I fall? Would I fall into the courtyard, or could I try and land? Would I land back on the wall?
You could climb the front of it, or you could climb the courtyard side of it. It would be your choice. Each floor is about 10 feet tall, so you're already... I guess right now you're 20 feet off the ground, so you're actually at the second floor. So you could just scramble to the side to a window, either in the front or on the side. And if you fail, you take 2d6 falling damage and then other consequences.
If I fail, what?
Like if you fail your climb walls check.
Do I get a bonus because I'm not going up? I'm only going sideways.
No, because you're still climbing walls, whether you're going up, down, left, or right. It's all the same.
All right, I think they're already coming, so I'll let it happen. I have this thought as probably Archie is halfway down.
All right, Archie. So you don't have a move silently ability like a thief.
Yeah.
So we are going to take the default, whatever a first level thief starts at for their move silently, and cut it in half, and have that be your move silently check, which is going to be
Isn't that
low.
already like
It's
like 15 or something?
Yeah, it's really tiny. But he's not a thief, so moving silently is not really his dealio. That said,
Yeah.
might
Silently,
does he need-
just because you fail silently doesn't mean you don't move quietly.
exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it would
Roll
be
that out.
10 plus nothing. But
you
he's
can
not
say
wearing
it'd be 5?
armor, so he's got
He's not
10
wearing
more.
armor, yeah.
So it's 20. So you've got a 10% chance to move silently, which I will roll in secret.
So he's got high dex as well, which probably gives him another 5.
That was another 10.
Oh,
No, the high dex doesn't help. You needed 17 dex to get another 5%.
okay.
Unlucky.
All right, Archie, you start creeping across the courtyard as quietly as you can. You get about halfway across the, 260 feet. You get about 130 feet there when one of the skeletons, kind of near that staircase, like puts an arm up, and then another arm, and like begins to prop itself up, nice and slowly. What are you gonna do?
I'll keep on moving quietly.
You maintain the course.
Okay. As he's going, I'm bracing. I want to find something to brace against and lower the rope to help him get up.
Yeah, they're what do you call them? Parapets up there, so you're good. Yeah, the skeleton like slowly begins to rise itself to its full height by the time you're 3/4 of the way there, and then it begins to shamble after you as you reach the base of the wall, and the shambling quickly picks up speed. The rope is lowered and you can scramble on your way up, but now as you make it to the wall top, there is one skeleton at the base of the wall, just standing there.
Archie, open these bars.
Um,
Go on, just pull. Just pull, bend them, Archie. Bend them. You can do it. I believe in you.
all right, I'll try it.
You need 13
bars?
or lower on a D100.
No shot.
Come on,
No shot.
I got this.
I mean, he is Archie.
No.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But they're solid defensible bars. It's not gonna happen.
Don't worry, Nilrum's gonna do it.
All right, but now there's a skeleton with the rope. I think maybe the two of you should go at once now.
Well, hold on. A character can try to bend bars on a gate that he couldn't lift, and vice versa. So you can't bend the bars apart, but you might be able to lift the portcullis against its whatever. So you can get another.
Is that a different check?
No, it's the same roll.
Oh.
Do it again, Archie. Come on. You can't bend them. You can lift it.
What do I roll? Same roll?
Same roll, 13 or lower. I mean, it's not going to happen, but yeah, there's no way.
What do you do? It's easy. What? Oh no!
What was your chance?
Like one?
Oh, one. Okay, yeah. So the both of you try to bend and lift, and the gate seems nice and firmly stuck. Who wants to go across the courtyard next?
I look at Neal and I'm like, well, this just got more difficult.
I'll go across the courtyard.
All right. Move silently, right?
Yeah. Circumstances are going to change when I enlarge Archie, right? He should get 2 more checks. He's going to be 30% bigger, or would you disagree?
I'll do the math later, but yes, he will get another shot. I'll have to figure out what it is, but he'll get another shot, yeah.
I'm way strong enough to assist him.
Okay. You've got the same move silently chances, Archie.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
I have a shingle in hand. I'm gonna move silently across the courtyard, trying to get to where they are.
Mm-hmm.
Worst case scenario, I'm tossing the shingle, like across the courtyard. So hopefully they'll go fuck with that.
So if you are like coming for this, but there's already a skeleton ahead of you, are you throwing the shingle that direct? Which direction are you throwing the shingle?
Where's my party at?
So you got 2 people on the wall and one person. Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So blah blah. Where are you?
I'm gonna be back here.
Neal, we can just move to a slightly different spot on the wall so the skeleton isn't right by where the rope is.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
And the portcullis is right here, yeah?
the portcullis that we're talking about is on the wall, like going into the keep itself.
And that's where they're at.
Right. So they're at the edge of the wall where the wall meets the keep.
And the skeleton is
like right there, right at the edge of the wall where the wall meets the keep.
Do I feel like I can like meaningfully go around and meet them?
Yeah,
past the
totally.
skeleton?
Yeah, you could try and sneak past. Like that's an extra 400 feet between you and the skeleton. It's a pretty good distance.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well, I'll
fuck it.
shimmy along to the end of the wall then with the rope. Once I see him hooking the cliffside.
All right. Let's make our check. Look at Nilrum succeeding on the impossibly low check. You just skirt the distance, nice and careful like. You get over the wall. The skeleton doesn't seem to notice you. And you can, with the assistance of the rope, scramble up. Whoosh. Safe and sound.
I give Captain Winters a knowing nod, you know?
Nice work.
Sneaky, yeah.
You want to give the gate a go?
Yeah, I'm debating if I should use the enlarge now, or if we should... Because I'm curious if we have our other high-strength party member, and they both do it at the same time, is that going to add to the roll
Did
at
you
all?
just mute yourself, man? Can't hear you.
Oh, am I muted?
I hear you.
Oh, no, I can hear Mooten.
Oh, you
No, I
hear me?
can't hear anyone. What the fuck?
Uh-oh.
It must be out of battery or something.
Hello, hello? How you doing, Nick?
I also have a spell that could help with this, so that's maybe worth me being there.
Yeah, I'll wait then.
Ask Koibu about it though.
Okay. So, Sail, you gonna go across next?
I am going to try attempt to move silently. I'm going to scamper down and just like walking as quietly and as slowly as possible. I'm barely breathing.
Can Nick hear now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. You make your way the same path as Nilrum, sort of along the side. But as you're coming along that side of the wall, you hear something above you, and you look up, and there's some sort of like small little monkey-type creature up on the cliffside looking down at you. And sure enough, it takes some sort of fruit from the nearby wall or a nearby tree that it's hanging on, and looks down at you and gives you a ah, and like hurls the fruit aimlessly at you. It's like 100 feet away. There's no chance of it hitting you, but the fruit does like hit the ground with a rather loud sound, like it's a dry, husky fruit. And as that happens, that skeleton near the wall like begins to turn, and a couple of the other skeletons near the front door begin to.
As I see this, am I able to take the shingle in my hand and throw it the opposite way? So I see them turning, so I want to like throw it like this way.
Yeah, so you run down the wall and hurl the shingle away from him.
Do I have to run down the wall? Or
Well,
can I
because
just
you guys
throw
are
it
already
right
over on the far side of the wall, right? You ended
Okay,
up over
we're
here.
not like at the top. Okay, then I wouldn't
Yeah.
see it, and then I wouldn't throw. Sorry. Okay.
Yeah. So the other skeleton starts coming in your way, Archie. Sail.
Real quick question: are we on
Yeah.
sand or like dirt or ground?
You are on stonework.
Oh.
Right.
Is it smooth stone, or are there like
Cobblestone.
kind of growing through?
A few weeds here and there, but not very many. Not enough to make Entangle super effective.
I am going to scoop up the fruit that the monkey threw at me, and I'm going to yeet it back at that monkey with the entire force of my being.
Sure,
then
give
make a break
me
for the wall.
the world's greatest attack roll. You can do it. I've seen it happen. That's a strength check and not an attack
Oh, shit.
roll.
Whoops.
But it's
That's
a
the wrong
4 on the die, so it does not go well. You yeet the fruit up in the air, it tumbles back down, the monkey grabs some poo, flings it at you, and then you realize that the skeletons are coming after you and you've got bigger fish to fry than this little monkey. And
Well,
you
I
can...
basically scooped it and threw it at him as I'm running. Like.
Gotcha. All right. You bolt. The skeleton comes after you. Slowly at first. It takes a moment to reorient itself. You can make it to the wall and get to the rope and get pulled up as the skeleton is reaching up to you, but a few more of those guys down by the front gate have gotten up now. And now there are 6 skeletons in this
On the
zone.
rope or coming at me?
No, just like in front of this wall. Slowly making their way this direction. You're already up on the wall, but now there are 6 active skeletons in this pre-courtyard zone. But the 4 of you are on the wall together. There is a stairway down right near the gate, but no one on the other side has seemed to take a note of this, and nothing is coming up the stairwell.
If I tie the rope around me and Archie braces against the parapet, and I go to shimmy across the wall to the window, is it not so far away that like
the window is
wouldn't
more than
drop all the
20
way to the
feet
ground?
from the wall, so you will hit the ground before the rope becomes taut.
Okay, but I could probably get back up pretty easily, right, before the skeletons wake up. It won't be very
Yeah,
far.
it's like 40 feet away from you. The gate, the door, is in the center of the building, so that's 75 feet away from you. Skeletons are sort of scattered around there, so the first window would be, like 30 feet from the skeletons if you fell right down.
But watching them, it takes them a round to get up, right?
It takes them a moment to get up. I guess it depends on how you land your fall, right? If you land and you like are out of breath, like get your wind knocked out, or you like twist your ankle, or you're somehow slow to get back up, they could be on you before you act. Or if you like pass your tumbling check, you could probably sprint away before they're on their feet.
All right, well, Nilrim, Sail, unless one of you can bend this portcullis here, I think I'm going to try and go for that window. See if I can come back around and open it from the inside.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I might be able to help. Maybe I can help Archie time the perfect time to pull it. And this is where I asked Koibu if I could use the moment spell to give Archie a assistance.
Ooh.
Basically, it gives him a +4
That's
on their
not
chance
right.
to hit in combat, but I think usually just gives you a +4 to any D20 check. So I don't know how that would work for a D100 check.
Yeah,
Just find the perfect moment when the bars are feeling a bit like low self-esteem.
Well,
That's
it might
the
be.
moment.
It might be like the perfect moment of us coordinating together to pull the back.
Okay, yeah, well, I can see that.
Priest can determine the ideal moment for any single action each round the spell is in effect. The action must be performed by a character other than the priest. In practice, another character informs the priest of an action he wants to undertake, concentrates on the action, informs the character when the correct moment has come, gaining a bonus of 20% or +4 on a d20. The success to the action. The spell can affect only a single action in a given round. So I think in this situation, it's not like when the bars are X, Y, and Z. It's when like you've got your breathing down, like a weightlifter or a power lifter. You know, there's not just the raw strength. There's the timing of when your breath is doing this thing, when your muscles are firing, all the things together. So yeah, you could give a 20% chance to his bend bars check, and we would let you re-roll it.
I'm also gonna give him. I think it's probably better just to stack it.
Yeah.
With enlarge?
So I'm gonna also enlarge him for 30%.
Okay, so let's take a look at Archie's character sheet here. You have 17 strength, and you're going to be enlarged 30% more. So your max press is going to go from 220 to 286, which will put your strength at 18-50, which will make your bend bars check 20%. And then the 20% for moment, which seems a lot for a bend
40%.
bars lift gates, becomes a 40%. That seems like a lot for bend bars lift gates. I can see in combat a 20% bonus or a +4. But for the bending bars, I might have to reduce this bonus from 20% to 10% because there's less momentary advantage for this. So that would bring
Even
us
if
to
I'm assisting him with my high strength, like
the nature of this thing is really only allowing one person in there. It's a small door on the wall.
About 10% for bending, but this is more like lifting. So I think maybe the 20% is apt because you probably do need your breathing at like a correct pace. But if you want to bend the bars, I would even maybe argue like a 5% because it's not going to give you that much.
You want to say 5% for bend, 20% for lift?
I think that's probably fair, yeah.
I don't think it's fair at all, but I love how you gamble. Let's do it.
That'll be for the future, okay, boys?
All right. So I'm just rolling 2 D100s, yeah?
Right.
So
So,
40 on the...
so well, the first one is the lifting of the gate, and that's going to be a 40 or lower on a D100.
I will squat down. I'll lift with my legs here. I'll put all my strength into it. I'll...
Oh,
Shit.
close, but no cigar.
Once more with the bending, though.
All
I'm
right,
like
this is
behind Archie. I'm like, breathe, Archie. You've got this. You've got
You
this.
can do it.
25%.
25 or lower on a D100.
Do I have anything talcum powder like that I can put on my hands for this? Any dust laying around, any
I
bone?
rubbed some sandstone off my pendant.
Ooh.
I'll like clap.
That's where that other percentage points are coming from. Makes sense now.
I'll try to bend the bars.
Yes! You grab the bars, and under your massive muscles, they just enough that you could each of you slip inside if the wooden door on the other side can be picked.
Nice work, Archie. All right, my turn. I shimmy in front of him.
I'll walk around.
I'm gonna like attempt to clap Archie on the shoulder, but he's like extra tall now, so I could just like barely touch his like middle back.
I'll clap you back on the shoulder, recognizing the amount of help that you put.
All right.
Roll
I
damage,
take out
please.
my D6 plus 6.
Yeah.
I take out my lockpicks, Neal. Give them a little blow. I whisper a little prayer to Jaxel as I attempt to break in.
Oh, my moment spell lasts multiple rounds. Can I do the
Yes.
same for him? For the big one?
Yes, it lasts 1 round per level. What's your cleric level?
3, I think.
You do a different person each
Then-
time.
Yeah, can you do a different person each time? Shouldn't it just be one? I don't know though.
I think it's just like it's a
It's a 50-foot radius AoE.
Oh, okay.
Oh. Yeah.
yeah. I can affect 1 action per round for my level in rounds.
There you go.
Mhm.
That's really good. You can give a +4 to someone's attack per round.
Yeah, you can actually take a +1 to your initiative and get a +4 in your attack if I have it running. But if I get hit, the spell gets wiped out.
You have to concentrate, so you can't
Yes.
Yeah.
do anything. Oh, okay. It's pretty cool, though.
Mm-hmm.
If, like, Archie's in a duel or something, we can
Yeah,
hook
that's
them up
big.
with that.
Yeah, well, he can definitely use it on your lock picking because that is, the right moment to scrape a lock or to turn or apply pressure. So,
All right, well, it's 20 on top of this. Yeah.
easy.
Nice.
You pick the lock, and the door swings open.
I give a look over my shoulder and a wry smile, and then slip my way through the bars into the keep.
Now
Then
you just gotta bend the bars.
we will see you guys on the other side of our break with a little bit more Tides of Death.
Nice.